Hit it, Kai Guy.
What is up, But Dude Comedy Podcast episode? Who fucking knows? Game of Thrones in the building.
Dude,
Homies
Game
in
of
the
Thrones,
building.
37 million people watched it. Super Bowl gets like 50 million off the top of my head. I don't know. It might be the wrong.
That's it?
Maybe.
Somebody was saying there might be over 1 billion people watching each episode.
Well, maybe eventually. Just
like a
tuned
podcast, like it,
Yeah.
over time. Yeah, so we were sick last week, ladies and gentlemen. Colby was shitting his pants. I felt like I was going to shit my pants, but I toughed through it. Did not shit my pants.
Yeah, there's no lie about this. If you go back to the last episode that we uploaded, which we actually recorded on a Tuesday, I didn't get it uploaded until Wednesday because during the episode, I tell Kyle, I'm like, do you know the feeling when you feel like everyone around you sick, so you're going to get sick? And he's like, yeah, I know that feeling. I toughed it out as long as I could, and all of a sudden at 1 o'clock, I literally died. And then
I don't know if you can say literally died.
Yeah, because I'm still alive. But I just couldn't get out of bed. I was just, anytime I got out of bed, I was pooping, throwing up. Long story short, I didn't recover until about Saturday, so I wasted the whole week.
Yeah, well, it was his vacation. Jimmy was gone.
And now we're back. People are mad. They're saying we ended the show. We're just leaving everybody. Well, we technically left everybody because what were we supposed to do? We were sick, right?
Yeah, we're due for like a something like every show, like a Game of Thrones mid-season break, which I'm not looking forward to that. I totally forgot they do this mid-season shit, right? Over the summer, don't they?
Keep talking for a second. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's fucked up, but Owen was sick, and so we thought our whole family was going to get sick, and then he was all good and stuff. But then this morning, dude, he fucking shit his pants straight, just Hershey diarrhea. Luckily, he had a pull-up on, and I opened the back of it to see if he did, and it was like puddled against his ass. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
I was going to say it was like puddled in his fucking diaper. Like Rachel had to take his diaper off over the toilet seat.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to get to this. I'm going to go to that for a second. Yes, so this whole thing started for our family, same way, kid. She's still sick. I got to take her to the doctor today. But it was the same thing. It was like she was fine. We went like a whole day and whatnot. And then the next morning was this – oh, not that bad of a situation, but, got her out of bed. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Did you have to do it or you hand her off?
No, I've been by myself every morning. So I've been doing it every morning. So I've gotten – so this is something like for anyone who's got a pregnant wife, their first kid, or is thinking about having a kid, like I'm not good with like poop and throw up and stuff like that. Never have my whole life. But all it takes is – people will probably say this. There's probably a book I was supposed to read that says this. At some point, you turn the corner to where you're just like immune. And I think day 4 of the sickness – I just became more immune to where I'm way better and like more comfortable doing it now. So it's not good still, but it was just like even today I was just like expecting it and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Well, if he had like a fucking cup of shit in there and I sat there and watched while I'm like, how is she going to do this? She was like over the toilet and she just like folded the diaper down and like the shit just like volcanoed out and I'm like, bleh! And she's like, are you serious right now? Why are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't mean to do that. Like that was disgusting. It wasn't trying to, make it gross, but shit, dog.
Yeah, it's not good. We've just been throwing out pajamas at this point if they're too bad. So
yeah, no, you just garbage that shit.
So I know what you're saying about how it does that. I don't think this has it. So next episode is April 21st, then the 28th, then May 5th, then May 12th, and the finale is May 19th. It's done.
26 episodes?
Yeah, that's what it says on here.
Okay, well, good, because I hate when they do that.
So, okay, let's talk about Game of Thrones for a second. All right. So people like are upset that there wasn't a lot of action. I want to say something, man. People just suck. Not just stupid. They just suck. Like there's no reason. Absolutely. I gotta I got to go back a step. If you read a book, just because people read books, I don't read books, but if you read a book, right, and the book has a chapter ending, and then you put that book down in your closet, and then you have an emergency or something, and you completely forget about that book for 2 years. When you pick that book up and you open that book up where you left off, you might skim the last couple of pages of that chapter. And then when you get to the next chapter, yeah, everything that just happened in that previous chapter is going to be covered in the very first, because that's how a story works. Just because you took 2 months or 2 years, just because you took 2 years to catch up doesn't mean that you can change the way that stories.
Yeah, you can't just come out with a bang. Like there's a lot of information that's needed for the show. You can't just like Jon Snow needed to know who he was, things like that. But I thought there are so many fucking rumors flying and stuff. Like I thought every episode was supposed to be 2 hours long.
That starts after the next one, I believe. It actually had it on that link I was reading you. Well,
me and Rachel were looking at all the times. Maybe Comcast just isn't quite updated yet.
No, let me go back. I'll pull that link back up. I think the last 3 were the ones that were long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like if there's only 6 episodes, like there's not going to be 2 wars.
Okay, so it goes. Episode 3 is 1 hour and 13 minutes, and then the next ones just say hour 30, hour 30, hour 30.
Oh, okay.
But there was a rumor that they were like 2-hour episodes.
Oh, there's lots of rumors, but
okay, sorry, keep going.
A couple things, like there's not enough time to show 2 wars.
I agree.
And it's all going to be one. And I think the White Walkers, just because Cersei isn't like, sorry, spoiler alert. I don't know if I'm really giving away spoilers.
Well, if you had 2 fucking years to catch up, so it's your fault.
Yeah. So like, I feel like Cersei just like underestimating the dead is going to get fucked up by the dead. But what's going to happen though, and it's fairly obvious if you go back, it's like we watched the whole last season, me and Rachel, within like the last week. What's going to happen, they're going to have this huge fucking massive army, right? But then they're just going to figure out how to kill the White Walkers. The White Walkers, if you kill the White Walkers, they're all of them die.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is the underlining big battle has to be Jon or Jaime fighting the Night King. Like that's
it ain't gonna be fucking Jaime. It's gonna be Johnny.
Well, the thing is, there's so many theories and stuff out there that they're saying that if they give all of the hero, there's no way they can give all the hero roles to Jon.
Yeah.
If he's unless the story is going to be win, take the throne, which most likely won't be. It could be, but I mean, we could be sitting here and he could die next episode. You know what I mean?
No, he's definitely like leading the charge towards.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't see him fighting King's Landing. I think Jaime. I think fuck up King's Landing now that he's come to Winterfell.
The memes, so like being live and caught up on a show is so much better than like not watching a show and then seeing all these memes. So like all the Bronn memes with like Drake in a wheelchair, like creepy people in TV shows, and it's just like nobody with like nothing saying, and it's like some guy standing. Like that shit is so funny, like being caught up and knowing, because in the whole episode he was just randomly in the background. But again, people were like complaining about that and stuff. It's like,
really?
You have to catch the story up. You took 2 years off. That does not mean that the chapter automatically can turn to the final like 1 page.
Yeah. So what the fuck? Where'd it go?
That just shows you how like people this have to be angry nowadays.
On the top of Reddit, they had a like a poll, but it's gone now. So they had like odds for who's going to become the
Yeah, I've seen that.
But the top one was the best odds was fucking Bronn.
He's gone up 3 times now. He's the favorite in Vegas too.
What? Why though? That makes no sense.
Because that's like the theory is
see everything and judge everybody appropriately.
But that's
not gonna happen. I mean, he's gonna have a role next to who's ever, probably Jon. He's gonna have a role next to him.
But then there's also like a lot of theories. Again, we're ruining a lot of the show. If you haven't seen anything, we're probably like, well, fuck you guys. But so another big theory, which Ken would actually be good to talk about this because he knows it more. He's the one that told me. But there's a theory out there that Bronn is still the Night King. So when Braun takes over the throne, it will technically be.
Oh, because he got kissed through a bird, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there's a lot of. It's one of those shows where it's like, it's so made up. It's so made up, but then when you watch it, it feels so real. But then you have to remember, like, oh wait, they're on a fucking dragon right now. You know, did you catch yourself doing that? Like when John climbed up on the CGI dragon, I was almost like annoyed a little bit, where I was like, wait, this doesn't. And I'm like,
yeah, it's just hard because it's so realistic. But then you see like a dragon, but they're so good at being like, holy fuck, a dragon, you know? I don't know. I'm just trying to like shape in my mind, kind of like, is it gonna be like a 3-way battle at the end, or I think I mean, will the dead consume King's Landing?
Yeah, see,
but they can't because they have to go through
everything. Yeah, it's such an interesting. There's just so much that can still happen, and there's what I said. There's 5 episodes left, 6 or 5 left.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
No, I know. We got to see some titties. I mean, fuck. What more do you need, you know?
Yeah, good show. What else has been going on?
Dropping 4 hot new designs for old Beersy.
Nice.
Actually, kind of 4. One is the same but different color. But that's about it with me, man. It's consuming my life, but I'm fucking just bored right now because I don't have enough inventory to say, hey, Barstool, fucking share this shit.
Oh, so you still are waiting for the next one?
Like I have me and Steve, I got a share saved up with Steve, shithead Steve, for drunk people doing things. And I can't really do anything with it right now because I don't want them to eat my shit up, you know?
Yeah, because if one of those rips even close to what your Facebook posted, you are what we'd like to call in the business.
Well, I mean, it's sold 3,500 for my Facebook post, which I have 5,000 coming in on the 25th. So not super concerning.
Oh, so you could, but if he blows it out though, then you're just behind.
Yeah, like if I did it today, you know, but I mean, people would only be waiting a week, you know?
Yeah.
Right? What's today? Wednesday?
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember anything.
I said it comes on the 25th, which is okay. No, today's Tuesday. Fuck.
Today's only Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to get a haircut today. That came up quick. I was supposed to do it last Tuesday, but then I got sick. Or supposed to do it last Wednesday, and I got sick.
Oh, with Lauren?
Yeah. Getting it all cut off. Going to a pretty much just going to have like nothing here, man. Look at all this.
Oh, I just buzzed that shit. I got kicked off of my Hoop Fest team, my team of 7 years. I got booted off. Kind of justified, kind of not.
What's that in the story? I know the story.
Yeah, so I already spilled my guts on this to Cole because I was all I've been shooting hoops and stuff. I mean, it's not even for a while. It's not even for like another like 2 months. And I didn't go last year because I had a camping trip planned, and I kind of talked to Keegan who puts it together, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in next year. Like it's just 1 year. So I've already bailed on 2 camping trips this year. That's for the Hoop Fest weekend. So I sent them a text and a group message when I went and picked up my razor last Thursday or Friday. One of them, I think Thursday. So I sent them a group message. And I'm like, well, guys, I just bailed on 2 camping trips to make it to Hoop Fest. And nobody said anything, but it was super early in the morning, or not super early. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I didn't even really think about it after I sent it. You know, I totally forgot about it. And then a few hours later, I got a side text from the guy who puts the team together. He's like, yo, so I just assumed since you just had a baby that you probably wouldn't be making Hoop Fest this year. So we asked the same guy that came last year. I'm like, cool. That's sweet. Like, so basically, I mean, put it this way, the Keegan guy, I talk to, I don't really hang out with that much, but I've been friends with him for a long time. The other 2 guys, you know, well, Gabe, who plays flag football with us, but that's the only time I hang out with him is like flag football. But all the guys are like, and Carl, I play like golf with him every now and then, but I don't hang out with these guys. So that's kind of, I'm like, well, fuck, the dude that you know, it's not like I had rabies or something and missed Hoop Fest. And Hoop Fest, if you don't know what it is it's like the world's biggest 3-on-3 basketball tournament, kind of.
Yeah, we were podcasting when I played on your team 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it.
And
we did it live. We did it live from the hotel.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm buddies with all the guys,
but not
like friends. I don't hang out with them. I don't like go hang out at their house and have dinner and shit. So the dude that played for me, they are really good buddies with. So I fucking get it, you know. Do I think it was because, you know, he had a kid and thought that I didn't, you know, wasn't going to play because I had a kid, and probably not. But is it probably more because they're actually just way better buddies with these guys? Like we've never fucking won. So what's the worst case scenario, you know? You know, I'd probably say I'm probably, you know, Carl's a really good shooter. I'm more aggressive in the paint. Pretty good defender. You know, I'd probably say I'm like this, you know, second best person on the team.
The Carl didn't hit no game winners though. That was me. Hit game winner, lefty.
Yeah. So I mean, they're probably not going to win. Do I want to fucking sign up on another team and figure out all the stipulations that they signed up under so I could play in their fucking league and then play them and play my fucking heart out? Yeah. But
yeah, that'd be so hard though.
I probably wouldn't be very mature about it.
And you know how hard that would be to match up exactly with them, and then not only that, but then get matched up on the right side. I'd rather play 6 foot and under, but hopefully Mark can play. He just had his kid.
Now, will I be because you can see all the updates online for each like bracket. Will I be watching that like a hawk and then flipping them shit when they lose? Yes.
Yep.
The only problem, so in a game when they played last year and they added this Jake guy, the only person to score one of the games, Carl scored every single point. And not because he's like he is good, but not because he's that amazing, because the other guys that play aren't like really like scorers, you know?
Well, that's what we lost. This is nothing against Carl, but we lost a game because he just missed every shot. But if he makes 3 of those shots, we win that last game.
Yeah, he's a high volume shooter because a lot of people on our team really aren't. Now, do I think
I can get the shots up?
Do I think I could take Carl in a little one-on-one-y? You know, probably.
But I think the way you play though, you're
different. It's a good style for Hoop Fest. Hoop Fest is all about like hustle. Like, do I shoot well? No, I don't think anybody shoots. Actually, Carl does, but nobody shoots well at Hoop Fest because you're playing on some janky ass streets with some janky ass hoops and stuff. So it's typically windy because you're playing like on streets of alleys between buildings. You know,
could be rainy, could be 95 degrees.
Dude, I've gone where it's been like 100 degrees and I felt like death.
I went and took a pee in the porta potty 2 years ago when we went. I think it was about 95 degrees, and it was one of the worst. I almost wish I would have just held it because it just reeked so bad. It was like just melted poop, man.
Yeah, but I wouldn't feel right. Like we need to get our team together.
See, my only problem is I went through my phone when I realized that Mark probably won't be able to play. I don't know if I have another buddy who can show up who I'd want to play with.
Yeah, but think like.
Because Andy said that he's probably 50-50 right now. He has to check his schedule because he goes, off the top of my head, I would love to play, but for some reason, I think I have something that weekend. He goes, I know it. I don't know why. Like something with his family. He doesn't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder about like, you know, like I just want to play. Like I just want to go do something active. Like I think it would be, you know, there's probably some people we could hit up to go.
Well, we can just put your trailer at my grandparents' house too.
Yeah, no, we can do it. Are they Is it walkable?
No.
Yeah,
it would be. They could drive us to the area though.
Yeah, there's parking there for sure. I mean, or Uber. Uber's probably pretty active there, you know.
Yeah, they live from downtown. I think they live about 10 minutes driving. So
yeah, there might be some spots, you know, walkable for trailer parking too, as well. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, like maybe like JJ and Tubbs, like I said, not really good buddies, but I just want to play. But hopefully
we can find somebody. Mark, so originally me, Mark, and Mark's buddy were going to play, and then the timing with Mark's baby, he was like, I put me as a maybe. And I'm like, what do you mean put you as a maybe? You're the captain. Like, I'm not going to do any of this. Like, I'm not going to sign that. But what would be perfect, though, is being 6 foot and under would be fun. Because then it just becomes a hustle game, and you know you would be.
Dude, we played in 6 foot under. There's definitely dudes that were like 6'3".
Oh yeah, well they measure you on that board, like they just walk you by and like good.
Yeah. No, it was bullshit when we lost to this really good team 2 years in a row, and we're like, what the fuck? You got the smallest dude on their team was my size, and I'm like exactly 6 foot. Like,
we should bring a tape measure
too. Yeah, but like we also played with like a little college experience, which was Gabe. You know, we didn't really lie, and that also probably fucked us. Like, we actually, you know, for the most part, we have a fairly good team. But hey, it's not my fucking team anymore. Fuck them.
Yeah, now we're gonna get a new team.
Yeah, I just want to go. It's fun. Like, I want to go and have fun. These guys, I mean, they took it pretty damn serious. One year I did black out. That was a mistake, and then having to play at 8 in the morning.
I played with Cam and then Phil. We played, and Phil. I don't think we had a sub for some reason.
Huh? Phil playing this year?
Probably, but Phil rolled his ankle on a curb like the second game we played, and it was pretty nasty. And we didn't have a sub or anything. And he's like, "No, I'll be fine. I'll go out and play on it." So then this guy who is on one foot, like you'd think, okay, if you're hurt, you're hurt. I'm fine. Like, thanks for going out there. Just so we don't forfeit. Just stand out there, you know. He would get the ball, like, just because you have to like pass it and stuff, and then he started like standing on his good ankle and trying to shoot like one-footed threes.
What?
And I was like, "Hey, stop, dude!" And he's like, "Well, I gotta do something." I'm like, "Well, don't do that." Like,
yeah, fuck, go stand under the hoop.
Yeah. So then he just like basically just stood in the key, and whenever anyone came in, he just tried to like guard him without jumping.
Fuck you! Wait, how come you didn't have 4?
I want to say our sub just like wasn't there for that game, like at the 9:00 game. I think it was Tim, and he just was like running late or something. He's like didn't show up for our game.
Fuck yeah.
He probably was blacked out the day before.
Dude, that was like the longest day of my life. Multiple games. I just wanted to sleep. Fucking puking in a bathtub and shit.
Dude, that was. Man, we'll be able to find somebody. We can talk about something else that's funny that people are going to be like, "Oh, what a weird segue topic change." Russell Wilson, man.
Molestation?
You think Russell just killed the Seahawks, or do you think he'll be the first guy to ever have over 10% of the salary cap and win, or first quarterback to ever control over 10% of the cap and win a Super Bowl? It's only been done one time.
You got to think, though, how hard it is to win a Super Bowl regardless.
I'm just saying, though, do you think with Russell signing this much money, do they get better or worse?
Well, I always listen to my boy John.
Clayton?
Yeah. And he said, like, it's actually not, a terrible hit on the salary. So I got to go with my gut on what he says. So I honestly, like, don't give a fuck. Like, it's –
I look at it like this, right? You like the guy. The dude's great for the city. The dude's great for the franchise. He's won you a lot of games. He's taken you to the Super Bowl a few times. You're not going to go draft or trade for somebody like that. So if you're going to suffer and have to like lose a couple of years, but then bring in some young defensive players who you can pay for cheap, and then in 3 years, his last good year maybe, whatever, and you win, then that's fine. But I get it. You have to pay him, even if it's going to cost you a few other good players.
So I want 35 mils.
For real, dude. Then it's funny too when people will compare like, it's crazy. Russell Wilson's the highest paid football player, but Mike Trout still makes $450 million. It's like, all right, yeah, let's go compare Google to Amazon real quick.
Based off years, though, they're fucking idiots.
And it's a whole different sport with different everything, dude.
Dude, I was looking at I was showing Colby this morning this King 5 post. Oh my god, this is gonna sound super sexist, but I'm just rolling with it. It's not all women, but it is the funniest thing. So on King 5, which is our local news, they made this post about Russell Wilson just becoming like the highest paid, yada yada yada, and you cannot believe. Pretty much every single woman on there is like, why did they do that? This team is done forever. Like
what they said.
They just say the most cliche shit. Let me see.
That's like the thing I was saying. Like that whole salary cap thing is what everyone's so mad about. Like, well, we'll see. You don't know.
Yeah, so like this, like Roxy right here. I love Russell Wilson and glad he's staying with our Seahawks. But for that kind of money, he better be winning some Super Bowls. That kind of money after only one Super Bowl back in 2014, I don't know. Now there's no money to help build the O-line, which he desperately needs. We'll see that how many Super Bowls he wins us in the next years. For that kind of money, I expect at least 2. She expects to win 2 Super Bowls, even though the last fucking however many years, 7 years, he hasn't made this type of money, and they've won 1 Super Bowl. Now because literally nothing fucking changed except he's making more money, he better be winning Super Bowls. Because all the quarterbacks that get paid a shitload of money do nothing but win Super Bowls.
And none of them do, if you look at it.
But it's partly maybe because of money. But it's not fucking easy to win a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking Brady still playing in the National Football League.
So after Russell, while you pull up the next one, after Russell it goes Rodgers at $33 million, Ryan at $30 million, Kirk Cousins at $28 million, who's never even won a playoff game. No, it's not that. He has like a losing record, like a ridiculous record against winning teams in primetime games, something ridiculous. Then Jimmy Garoppolo at 27, and then Stafford at 27.
So for that kind of money, I expect at least 2. And hail Russell, if not at least 2, he needs to realize he does need a team and take a page out of Brady's book and get paid less to afford a good team to get 6 rings.
That's not how it's not. Oh my gosh, that's not how it works, dude.
Yeah, so are you going to work your fucking hardest to make your company that you don't even own, at the top of their game? Fuck no. You're going to try and make as much money as you can. And he's already won a Super Bowl. Like, I mean, it's cool and all to win Super Bowls, but does he need multiple? No, fuck no. Make your money. Like, why would you not want $35 million a year? Like, you already won a Super Bowl.
So the Tom Brady thing, I always hear this, and it's always interesting to me. So Tom Brady had a big contract left. And then what he did is he signed in 2016, he signed a 2-year, $41 million contract extension on top of his current deal. So I'm looking at this. I'm going to pull up his actual. The only thing that Tom Brady did that to so far take money off it is he just took a fat ass guaranteed, he could retire and they're still paying him. So he would fuck the team. Yeah. So, Russell can do that, but that's not good.
But this is what I'm saying. And it's a lot of just women are thrown. And I'm not saying fuck you women. All I noticed, these just outlandish comments were all from women.
I have Brady's actual contract here. So he signed so now his contract's $20 million plus a $10 million bonus. So at $30 million, that puts Brady had a Stafford, Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins tied with Matt Ryan for third highest paid. It's just different because he took it as a $10 million bonus. So he still carries a $28 million or $27 million cap hit. Yeah. So don't come out here, lady, trying to say that that's what Brady did.
These people are fucking idiots. Let's keep going.
I get what she's saying because who did that was Ichiro. He signed some wild deal where it was deferred millions of dollars for some time. So now everyone thinks that it's baseball contracts in football because Brady did a deferred deal. But I'm looking at his contract from Sports Track, and it doesn't. Yeah, his base salary is low, but he took
if he got paid $10 million a year, they probably still wouldn't make it to the Super Bowl in the next 5 years. It's not fucking easy to make it to the Super Bowl. But I'm worried he asked for this much money so that after 4 years he can just retire, whether he takes us to another Super Bowl or not. He's not retiring in 4 years, you dumb cunt. I love my Seahawks. I can't afford to go see them now. But with that increase, doubt I ever will be able to afford what? I can't afford to go see them now. With that increase, doubt I'll ever be able to afford it. But do right by our team and lead us to the Super Bowl. Russ, let's get it. But it's just literally all fucking women.
That's just
wonderful because his contract won't have a decent O-line. He isn't worth the rest of the team. Anita, who's fucking 90. more of a hockey fan here, but do watch the Hawks. Seems to me that a QB can't by himself win games. If all the money goes to one guy, which is not all the fucking money, you dumb cunt. How do we – sorry, I'm saying cunt a lot because they say it a lot in Game of Thrones. How do we get to the rest of the team? After all, this is a team sport, right? The team is the Seahawks, not Russell Wilson football. Another woman. Hope you can back up the demand, bud. Greed doesn't look good on anyone, and I would be a heck of a lot more impressed had you fought to support a team's ability to pay everyone. These are all fucking women.
See, what this – I'm starting to get more and more upset with you reading these. And I'm from where I said at the start, do you think that because he took so much money, he won't win a Super Bowl? You nailed it right on the head. There's no guarantee if they paid him the minimum and he played as good as he's ever played that they would be back there next year or the year after or the year after.
Lisa, I demand a new quarterback for Seahawks. Young and aggressive, 100% confident, tall and strong like a Hulk.
Yeah, since tall quarterbacks have been done well lately.
Oh, and here's the girl that I sent to Colby and Ken. Mm-hmm. Is this a joke? Big mistake, Seattle. If he actually played like he earned that kind of paycheck, it would be a different story. Shake my head. And her fucking forehead is literally on the top of her head. It is I shouldn't show her face now. I won't. But it's just crazy. Highest paid player in the NFL, better play. Like, these are all fucking idiots. They literally think they know more than the people paying him.
So the QBR is the stat that is basically, so they combine everything from like their passing yards, attempts, touchdowns, interceptions, passer ratings, and they create this thing called the QBR. I can go through the whole thing and why it works, yada yada yada. Why? Anyway. Russell Wilson last year, who had what some say is an off year because they ran the ball so much, still finished the season as the 11th highest valued quarterback in the QBR. Tied for 10th. Or no.
But didn't he lead the league in touchdowns as well with barely any attempts?
I can click on that in a second.
No, obviously not.
But that's just saying that he, in a year where he handed like all that kind of crap that – whatever happens, he's still almost in the top 10. He's barely behind Jared Goff. And yeah, the guys ahead of him are Mahomes, Breeze. See, this is where like the QBR stats are kind of skewed though, because it's like
what is the QBR doesn't mean shit though.
Mitch Trubisky is 3. Well, no, the QBR is supposedly the most value added to the team, which also is kind of crap though, because down here at number 31 is Lamar Jackson. But when he didn't play enough games. Damn, Cam Newton's is super low.
I got accepted to another anti-vax page. I actually had a pretty good tweet about it yesterday when people were kind of feeling it. It actually got almost 400 hearts on it, whatever that means.
Yeah, Russ threw 35 touchdowns. He was tied for third. On a team that ran the ball a shitload of times.
Yeah, so fuck you, dumb ladies.
And I hate women. He was also tied for 5th for lowest interceptions.
So fuck all those Seattle cunts.
I just don't think people think a lot before like they would type out such a long message. Like I get if like when we talk sometimes I'll just spout off something. I'm like, oh shit, that might have been wrong or whatever. I didn't sit there, have time to look it up, type it, put punctuation in, and then hit post. Like some of these people just spout it out and then like just hope it's right.
Probably felt so good about once you press enter to post it.
Hopefully I got to go back and see if someone liked it.
Speaking of liked, what am I going to eat today? I've been doing good on not eating so much.
Nice. Last time we talked, you were on the new thing, which was not keto, but it was control of portion
control. Like I had a steak last night and I only ate half of it not because I didn't want to eat the whole thing, because I'm training my stomach to not eat so much.
And steak is still what would have been okay in your keto.
Oh, yeah. And so we didn't do the show. Did I go down to Portland Thursday? Daddy got a new razor.
Yeah, we were going to do the show Thursday, which is I think when we normally do it. And then I was like, I can do it. I'll fight through it and do it for an hour. He went to Portland, and then Friday I woke up and felt worse.
Yeah. But I got a new Razor 4-seater. We should allow to come with me and Colby. That's how we should do a tester ride.
Yep.
Get two. Well, we kind of want to go with Ken. Maybe one guy, one person. Me, Colby, Ken, and one lucky listener, whether you want to fly in or you're already in the area, can come hang out with me, Colby, and Ken. Wouldn't that be a treat?
Let's do it. We can do the podcast live.
That's what I was thinking. We should do it just fucking way out in the middle of nowhere.
So we could upgrade the setup so easy because they sell this same mixer that I have. So I think my mixer cost it was like $190 for the whole, like for this and the 2 mics.
Can you put multiple mics in there?
Mine can only do 2. Whoa! Hold on. Mine does 2, but mine's the smallest model. The other one does. Okay. There's a 4 and an 8. We would only need the 4, or we would just have to bring like the Yeti and then just run that as well. But no, we would just get it.
We'd find something. Yeah, we would find something so we could do at least 3 mics.
Yeah, so 3, what we could do is just bring the Yeti and then plug the Yeti in 2 and then just.
But I guess we wouldn't let somebody talk. Like if it was just me, you, and Ken, we just do 3.
But we should probably still upgrade this just to the 3-1 and just buy one more mic like this of the same brand, so we're all on the same. We're all on the same.
What we should do, we wouldn't even need like that. Like we should just fucking.
Or we could just do the Yeti solo.
We don't even. Or we just get mics on us.
Oh, the little lapel ones, yeah.
We should just mic up on a camera. That would be actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be sweet too.
But then we would need a lot.
I think this would be easy, the easiest. So I actually saw a Twitter video that was funny. I was going to send it to you, but again, I was so just out of it and oblivious. So it was these guys' podcast is called like Just Another Podcast Except Outdoors. Except outside, I think is what it's called. And they're actually pretty funny, but they're sitting outside of this place, and then they have a third mic, same actually setup as us, but then with the third mic. And this lady's walking by, and they're like talking with her, and then she's talking about how her husband was a crackhead and stuff, and they're going like back and forth, like trying to keep the conversation like serious, but she's like an old lady being like. And it was funny because I was like, anytime – it just goes back. We've said this a million times. Anytime you think you've come up with something and like are creative, it's like these guys already have a better name and are out there doing it in public. And we were like, dude, we could go do the podcast outside.
Yeah, anybody can do – like I don't think it's like that crazy of an idea that you're like, fuck, we didn't do it first, It's like,
no, I agree. Because that's
like podcast inside, podcast outside,
It's like your dude that does the table. Like, he's getting ripped off all the time. Like, come debate me, that guy. Like, there's tons of people who do that kind of show now.
Oh.
Crowder, I think is his name.
Yeah, Steven Crowder. I haven't looked at his shit for a while.
But there's, like, the dude, the Billy on the Street. He made it famous where he would walk up to people on the street with the microphone when he was on – now all the late-night shows do it. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
It's all about putting your own spin on this world, people.
Yeah, you got to get mode. What time is it? How deep we in?
It's always tough to tell because it doesn't give me a running clock, so I have to get. So it was so funny. Again, we see messages from people and we understand like certain things, but someone got really mad. They sent me a tweet and they were like, "This is just shit now. Can't even go to an hour." And it was like we did like 48 minutes. But we don't have a timer on here. And like, so when I sent Kyle the link, it was at 9:30. So as of right now, when we thought we hit record, it's close to an hour. So we would have just ended it. Like, there's not like a running clock anywhere on this. I can't hover over anything and see anything. So we're sorry.
Did that. Give us a fucking break, man. We got shit going on.
Well, hey, we didn't know it was 12 minutes short.
Do we have an ad today?
Oh,
too late. We're gonna have to do it later.
I'll just look while we're. I went back and put the time in for the other one. The thumbnail of me dying on the last one was so funny. What day is today?
Tuesday, 16th.
Oh, buddy.
Don't we have like some cigarette thing?
We do have an ad
today.
Right now.
For who?
Stitch Fix in spot 3.
Are you sure?
100%. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, motherfucker.
No, we have a Blue Chew, which is a Viagra.
Oh, that's right. So we do have a Stitch Fix. Let me search this up. Luckily, I said something. Are you sure we do? Or are we gonna just give it?
No, 100%. It says Stitch Fix. It was supposed to be 415, which was yesterday's spot 3 live read sold.
All right. Stitch Fix.
And then I'll find one more thing we can talk about for a minute so we don't just bail on them.
Copy is still good for 415. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go. All right. First off, my style sucks. Well, actually, we typically do this with Burns' style. Burns is the perfect type of dude who needs Stitch Fix. He looks like a skeleton. But let's get on with it. My wife uses Stitch Fix. That's a fact. And she's done it for like a year. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that finds and delivers clothes, shoes, and accessories to fit your body, budget, and lifestyle. Just go to stitchfix.com/dudecomedy and tell them your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend on each item. You'll be paired with your very own personal stylist who will handpick 5 items to send right to your front door. Then try them on, pay for only for what you love, and return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. Duh. There's no subscription required. You can sign up and receive scheduled shipments and get your fix on whenever you want. Stitch Fix's styling fee is only $20, which is applied towards anything you keep from your shipment. Get started now at stitchfix.com/dudecomedy, and you'll get an extra 25% off, 1/4 of it off, when you keep all 5 items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/dudecomedy to get started today. stitchfix.com/dudecomedy.
Boom, you actually did pretty good for that tongue twister right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure everyone goes and checks out our sponsor, stitchfix.com/dudecomedy. And just to tie a bow on all of this, Tiger Woods winning the Masters, I'm not going to talk about sports here. I'm going to talk about sports betting for a sec. Some dude made this is like what you would have done. Some dude made the first sports bet of his life. He it's a lot of money, but so maybe you wouldn't have done it just on your first one. He put $65,000 down on Tiger Woods to win the Masters. Probably like $65,000. That's a weird round number. Wonder why he did that. Because that's how much you needed to put down to win $1 million if he won. And he won. So they actually flew him out. The sports book that he won at flew him out and gave him like a big $1 million freaking check.
His dude was sweating fucking bullets, dude.
So we were talking about it. It's like when Tiger was on 15, and I think it was still tied with like 4 people. Your body, he probably was in shock. It's like
hold on here. So, but he wanted $1 million. Did he not already have $1 million?
What do you mean? Do you think
if you're betting $65,000,
he has to be extremely wealthy to bet $65,000 in your sports bet. But
yeah,
but he doesn't. I mean, he was just some dude from like Nebraska. It was like some no name, like just a random dude. So maybe it was like his life fund savings that he just like just put aside for 40 years to blow on.
Yeah, I doubt that. Like that's fucking ballsy, man.
But it's just crazy because it's like I've played on NFL, I've played on college basketball, college football, and stuff like that, and all of those are still team enough sports where, like, if a guy gets hot on your team, it doesn't matter who of the 5 players on an NBA team.
Yeah,
you still feel confident, like being down 4 points or even 6 points if you have like a team. But when it's just, I've never bet golf, and I think I would have died because that's one guy out there who is just like, you're relying on Tiger Woods to go make these putts and stuff. Plus, not only that, there was guys that had to kind of not fall apart, but had to, what's his name? The Kopaka guy. If he hits that eagle putt, Koepka. If he hits that eagle putt that he almost made, that he ended up only getting a birdie, like he's up by 1 at that point, and the Tiger can't 3-putt. Like it's just so much could have happened. And that imagine sitting there on your couch in Nebraska, just being like,
oh, he's shitting his pants. Unless he's just so wealthy, he's like, cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's imagine he's not just for the story, though, because I would have been like texting all my buddies, like, let's go.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then just to go off your text from this morning or last night that I read this morning, when the Clippers were down 31 points last night, a better on FanDuel bet $50 on the Clippers to come back and win, and he won $5,000 on it.
Really?
But doesn't that seem like it should have not? I know 50 to $5,000 that's a lot of money, but at 100 to 1. But I feel like a 31-point comeback in the NBA should have paid him like $5 million because there's just no way.
Yeah,
against the Warriors too.
Yeah, I was watching it and it was fucking insane. I love Patrick Beverley. Oh my god,
dude! When Beverley the first game, Durant had like the out of bounds like that, and Beverley like looked at him and just stared at him. Was like, I was laughing
He's
so
such
hard.
A fucking pester, dude.
Dude, the thing about Beverley that's so funny, and the announcers always say it, but it's like he's the dude that you're so happy is on your team because he plays like my middle school coach told us to play defense just like this. How do you hate being guarded? I hate when the guy gets up in my face, puts his face on me, puts his shoulder into me, like over aggressive. Like I hate that. I don't play well when that happens. That's exactly how he plays defense because that's how he would hate to be guarded.
And then he just owns up. He's like, yeah, fucking, that's just me, man.
Yeah, he's like, I would fight me too.
All right, fuck, I got to go make this goddamn video. I'm making a promotion video, but it's going on a Mexican page, so I had to, like, swap out the beer and put on some Mexican music. Apparently Mexicans really like Modelo.
Yeah, Jimmy Fawcett, my buddy, says the number one popular beer over Corona now for that market. Cerveza, Kyle. I think it's isn't it Cerveza?
So 2 stories over the weekend, which is, it's kind of funny. Like, so my neighbor who works at Amazon, one of his Amazon employees was like, check this out. Look what I got this. And he showed him the Beersy.
No way. From Amazon.
No clue he had any form of like, yeah. So it was pretty interesting.
What's the second one?
I forgot actually.
What? No, you can't do that.
Some type of story with somebody else.
Your neighbor or Beersy? Neighbor, Beersy, Amazon, beer, Mexican.
No, I forget.
Funny meme I saw was a dude walking out with a fridge, and the story said, "Man carries away fridge that he bought for his girlfriend after catching her cheating, and he's just carrying this big ass fridge."
All right, that's what happened.
Probably not. It sounds like something we would have wrote. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to episode We Have No Idea. Make sure you check out stitchfix.com/dudecomedy. I'll go through and make sure I time stamp it.
Bye.
Sorry we missed a couple episodes. We're back now. See ya.
Back until next week. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Bye.
Bye.